you are perfect, whole, complete, already fully evolved, with all divine capabilities. And yet we're not told that. It's always something's wrong with you. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with him? What's wrong with them? The trouble with you is, well, you know, what's wrong with you is. And this all comes up to right and wrong. I want to be right. I don't want to be wrong. Because what's wrong is failure, of course, you know. Right means you won. And this whole thing of knowing and being who we are, we have nothing to defend. You can't be harmed or hurt in any way. At the level of yourself, beyond the false mind, ego, intelligence, at the level of divine mind, divine intelligence, divine self, yes. If we take a look at what it's called history in a sense, but so much suffering for humanity. And always the distinction between the so-called classes. What is a class? It's a group in a school, right? There you go. And what's a school? A bunch of fish all going in the same direction at the same time, because what better place than to imprint ideas and thoughts and concepts and beliefs in the mind as in a school, an educational system of any kind. That's why being self-educated is the way to go, in the sense of you choose and you decide what it is you want to know or learn. Yeah, and you'll go to the expert, the person you feel guided to. You become a journey person in the sense. You study, you apply it, you do it. That's right. When I had my ministry in San Diego, the Terry Cole Whitaker Ministries, and I had a ministerial training program, and it was really all based on, besides the teachings, was you take part in every single aspect of the ministry, counseling, the school, you know, all of the different things. And how do you better learn something than to actually do it, to be there, to do that? Okay. So when you become self-educated, that means you realize that no one is responsible for you but you, truly. And when we turn that over to others, you make my decisions for me. You tell me who I am. If you like me, I must be worth it. If you don't like me, there must be something wrong with me. What's the problem is in our thinking. What's the problem is in what we're believing, and what we're believing who we are and what's possible for us. Because instead of doing our own research, we allow others to do the research for us and give us that information, and some of it may be fine and good, but how do you know if it's valuable or not, unless for what it can do for you, your true self. Yeah. So who you are is whole, complete, and perfect, with nothing missing, already evolved, and they're trying to tell you you're evolving. People are devolving in the sense of becoming dumber to who they really are, full of all of these thoughts and ideas and concepts and beliefs that we will fight for with our lives, but it isn't your life because you can't die. It's this perpetual thing that we're involved in that comes from there's something wrong with you. You're not okay. There's better people. There's worse people. No. We're all divine. But it's what you do with what you've got. And to actually realize the most important study is the one you do on yourself. And how you function. And there's great teachings of the ancients and of the mystics, and they're there. And they're there to lead you to your own self-discovery, for your own realizations, for your own ability to observe and to witness. And to, in that moment, to be able to choose deliberately what you're going to say, if anything, how you're going to respond or not respond, because you're always authentic. And to let go of these veils of ignorance, these veils of fear and doubt and confusion and race consciousness. That means stay in the race, keep competing. Who's better, who's best? That's, who's going to win, who's going to lose. It's like, that's such a waste. See, you can't waste time, because time's a concept that you're giving power to. You say, this is who you are. There's nothing more important than this. And when you know you're whole, complete, and perfect, doesn't mean you're right. And everyone is whole, complete, and perfect, already evolved. And yet we could shut down parts. We can ignore parts. We can believe we don't have that. Doesn't mean you don't have it, but you believe you don't have it, you see? You could accomplish anything if you did not have the hatred and the fear that is blocking your manifestations. Yes, it's redirecting your divine energy and beingness to that which is self-destructive in a sense. Don't do it. Don't play. You see, you can't die. You are life. And how are you going to do it? Start communicating with yourself in the quiet, your God within, your divine, in nature. Notice. Observe. Witness. And call forth from within yourself whatever you need and desire. Mm-hmm.